Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 2 to the twin flame reading. Okay, so you blow, we blow away past energy, we knock on the door to your spirit guides, your higher selves, your future selves, your goddesses, your gods, source energy, whatever you believe in. And then we just see what they have to tell us. So, I'm usually nice and I tell you as I'm going through the reading of what's underneath. But if you want the full reading, you're going to have to go back and watch part 1. It's almost 30 minutes. I'm sorry, but I do long readings and I have to break them up into 1 and 2 parts because you guys, your attention span is really little and sometimes you only watch 6 minutes. So I'm going to do more shorts. I know, I promise. But for some reason I have a hard time like creating more shorts than I do long form. I don't get it, but whatever. Okay. Spirit guide's telling me it's this one. For our recent past, the mirror. The mirror. Twin flame is all about the mirror. It was 111 on the clock when I said that. It's like looking at yourself in a mirror. Mirroring each other. I said it in part 1, but you guys literally experience very similar, if not the exact same emotions, thought processes, feelings, because you're one of the same soul, right? Just separated into 2 different external physical vessels. But when you look into their eyes, it's like a self-reflection. It's an introspection period where you are forced to face your own internal wounds and go deep into this healing process of recognizing how it affects you, how it affects others, and how you can manage that healing journey. Sometimes it's one of solitude in the beginning, and you have to experience it on this solitude, through the solitude expression, right? She seems very alone on this beach and kind of curled up into the fetal position, like she has to experience this from the depths of the womb and then all the way through rethinking all of her life choices and her life experiences. And this is mirrored through her partner. They see that same introspective period within themselves and that same reflective response of having to manage emotions and thoughts. And that's why they had previously been in a bit of self-protection mode with the 7 of Wands coming up. They felt like they had to defend themselves, which in turn, they were also trying to defend you. They wanted to keep you from pain or from hurt. They wanted to keep themselves from being in pain and dealing with any kind of conflict. Hello. But what we don't typically realize on these twin flame journeys is that we usually run. And yes, there's always a runner and a chaser dynamic, and sometimes that'll flip and reverse. But you're both running. You're both running away. One person's just running away from their partner because they don't want to look in that mirror, and the other partner is running away from themselves because they don't want to deal with the internal healing process. So they are overstressed and end up being burnt out by not releasing all of this through that healing journey that they needed to do. And they're kind of in this stuck energy of doing it all themselves by themselves. Well, hello, my beautiful baby girl. Excuse you. Yeah, and that led to you guys feeling heartbroken. There was a lot of deep sadness and hurt and feelings that were lost, and one or both parties had to grieve, and it could have felt like a big despair or a big breakup, even if you guys hadn't fully been in a committed relationship. But there's always a silver lining, right? You guys had to go through this moment to grow and recognize that there is rebirth. There is a new opportunity and this new path, this new journey of growth and inspiration towards the 10 of Cups. Okay, excuse you. My cats, I feel like all 3 of them came to visit. In the first one, we had 2, the 2 males, and now this is the female coming. Excuse you. She's my drooler. When she gets really like into it, she drools. Come on. You're drooling all over my pants, baby girl. Does anyone else's female cats do that? Because my males don't. It's just my females. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for being so patient. No. Oh my God. That's it. You're going to stay on my lap. Drool over here. Not on my cards. Just messing up my spread, huh? Okay. What do we got? Stay here. Let's see. She just wants love. That's all we want, right? We want to get over the heartache. We want to be loved. So to clarify over this 10 of Cups coming through, we had somebody daydreaming or fantasizing. Could have been even in an evening dream, but somebody is dreaming about some hot and heavy stuff, but also just the happiness and harmony of being together in union. You need to chill. Yeah, they're figuring out what self-love is and what self-care means and what being happier looks like. And really living a life full of love and healthier choices. Oh, no, rude. She just bit me. That was mean. I know it's a love bite, but absolutely not. Not right now. Check it out, guys. Okay. Try to do this in order. You see, so there's this new opportunity that's divinely orchestrated. It's being handed to you from your higher ups, whatever that is for you. It could be your goddesses, gods, angels, whoever. You guys are fantasizing about one another, about what this true love and happiness and emotional commitment and foundation would look like between one another, and really learning about self-love and how this love would be implemented into your life through healthier choices. She's ridiculous. As most women are. Learn. Okay. Down. Yep. Oh, I knew it. She's ridiculous. Hey. Oh my goodness. You just decided to wreak havoc. She came in here like a wrecking ball. No, down. We're not doing this. She dropped half the deck, guys. I apologize. I'll see if anything stands out to me. Okay. No. All of these are facing down. I'll put them at the bottom. And Missy. All right. Well, there's a love call coming in. Somebody's going to be contacting you soon, expressing some love or a text message of love that they're thinking about you or just informing you of missing you, perhaps. We love that. Thank you, Faye, for wreaking havoc. She's like, they need to know this message. Excuse you. Get down. Now you're down. You're done. Thank you for the message. The dragonfly. There's this lighthearted adaptation of like understanding this change that needed to happen and finding out the unknowns are becoming known. These things are just coming to light and you're healing through them. Yep, you're still in this separation. I knew it. And of course, that could be sad and bittersweet, but they're missing you. They're thinking about you. And this uncertain future, they're really like weighing out the pros and the cons. See how it's a bunch of cactuses, but let's see if it... Don't look at me like that. There you go. There's abundance coming in. You guys are manifesting this bliss and blessings coming in. Somebody's getting money, but through this positive mindset, you just being grateful with all of your blessings, you can manifest anything. You can manifest this separation ending and this dragonfly energy to come through with them contacting you through this love call. See, we have... Yeah, somebody is taking a chance. They're weighing out their risks and their options. They're not showing their hand fully yet, but they are going to gamble on this new opportunity. We're recognizing our self-worth and our value. We had... they're doing the shadow work. What did I say earlier? That this is a time of the dark night of the soul. You're going to have to go through the dark to appreciate the light. You guys, it literally says self-appreciation. You're doing this time to the shadow work, which is a time to heal. So you guys can come together as these twin flames, right? I knew it. Somebody was a bit old school. I said it in the last reading where they're very traditional. Somebody's replaying the events in their head. It may be an outdated thinking or conditioning from their past relationships or how they were brought up, but they keep replaying about how these events went down, and recognizing that it was outdated form of thinking or way to act, and that they were conditioned through this. In this time of separation, they're partying. I'm not gonna lie to you. Or you could be partying. They're having fun. They're being happy and single. They're trying to live in the moment and have this time with their friends. Somebody could live on the beach or near the beach. But again, at the bottom of the deck, we've got this love call coming in. They keep thinking about you. They want to express what they're feeling, what they were hiding with that poker face previously. Okay. Future placement. I don't even know where I was because she just made a mess. Future placement. I can't make it up. The cat came through, wreaked some havoc, just like you guys needed to go through that separation and understand the dark night of the soul so you can come together in union with your twin flame. There's only one of these in the entire deck, and you got it on the twin flame reading. You have this beautiful yin-yang balance of energies. There's this union and duality that's going to happen, and it's going to feel like cycles are done and this new completion has happened. You complement one another. Even though you're polar opposites, it's like magnets just being magnetically drawn to each other. You're going to feel it in their touch. The second that you guys touch again, it may even be electric. Maybe somebody's going to get shocked. See them touching? Yeah, we had to go through these belief systems, these lessons of learning, and this change of the Hierophant. 2 5 cards. So first it was the conflict of getting past other people's opinions and external factors being challenges and creating those struggles. And then our own internal change in our belief systems. And then you can come into union with yourself and with your lover. And what's at hand? Girl with a snake. Ooh, charmed or used. Enable and boundaries. I love this because it's not giving negative energy. And we are still currently shedding the last bit of 2025's snake skin before we step into February 17th into the year of the fire horse. So this girl with the snake energy is a charmer. This feminine energy that you guys are tapping into, you guys, you can charm the snake or you can be used by it, right? There's two energies. There's two ways to go about that, always with anything energetically. So enable that power properly and set these clear boundaries with one another so you don't lead towards depletion and exhaustion again. And you can choose with real discernment and move past the illusions and the fantasy of it, and really move towards this beautiful higher opportunity of possibilities, no matter the risks, because your intuition knows. No matter how mysterious this energy may seem, you guys are constantly thinking about each other and missing each other. And there's this knight, right? He's so ambitious and driven to come in when this knight is ready and wants this to succeed. So with these healthy boundaries, it's almost like the knight wants to be charmed, right? Okay, excuse you, Missy. You're gonna, oh, no. She just bit me again. Absolutely not. I'm your mother. That's not nice. She got me. That's not nice. You could stay and be nice, or you could leave. No. We're not doing this again. Ay. Blood, sweat, and tears I put into this, you guys. All right, I'm going to continue because that's what I do. We power through it. Oy, that hurt. All right. Okay. Two more decks. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what is going on. Let me just reorganize these because we already know my girl made a mess. Can we clarify the past energy? Oh, it flew out at me. The devil. 15, 6, but there's love there. You guys have a really strong SEXUAL connection. It says, it's hard for me to face my pain, so I indulge in short-term pleasures or substances. I know it's not good for me, but they feel like they can't stop. Not until you come into union. The devil energy. That's just the message from your twin. If they're, this, was, and I had just asked to clarify the past energy. That is what they were experiencing in the past. With this devil energy, they could have been going through some addictions for any of the things. What it just stated could have been drinking addictions, gambling addictions, substance addictions. It could also mean just a very strong SEXUAL connection, right? These overpowering emotions that make you want to indulge in those things, right? So it possibly could have been the reason why they had to set these clear boundaries, and they were like, no, enough, this doesn't feel healthy. If you had moved into more of a toxic realm with that, then they had to step back. It just got a little bit too heavy in that direction. What they didn't see from it at the bottom of the deck was the King of Wands, that it was actually allowing them to understand these pleasures and their purpose, and step into this king energy of the wands. And the wand suit is all about your purpose and your passion and what drives you. So it says, you bring out the best in me, making me feel like a leader and deciding what I want and taking action with passion and determination. So on the brighter end of the spectrum, that's the kind of energy that it could lead towards, and that it did. It's just, unfortunately, sometimes they had let the devil energy come through. And I always say there's no negative or bad cards in a tarot deck. They're all just showing you how multifaceted beings we are. We all have so many spectrums and sides to us that, there's light and dark and all shades in between for a reason. And it's okay to indulge in some of them because it leads you towards lessons that you needed. Okay, and then clarifying over now, we're currently stepping into this self-love and self-care era of learning how to be happier and accepting love into our lives. The Ten of Pentacles. So we have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, which is, that's like best of both worlds, baby. In this particular deck, I don't really read reversals. I will say that I did pick it up reversed if that has any correlation to you, but with this specific one, I don't. It could correlate that they're still building the foundation towards this Ten of Pentacles. It's not quite there yet since it is in the present placement, if you did want to read it in the reversal. But the message from the Ten of Pentacles energy from your person: my family is very dear to me and I want you as part of it, but also to build a new one in which I can provide for all of your needs. Yes, so this is how they internally feel. This is what they want, but they probably just don't have that foundation or ability to provide that yet. So they can't fully step into that king's energy, right? But this is what they want. And once they have that, then they'll feel more comfortable to step into this Ten of Cups, emotionally being able to be fully happy, stable, and harmonious with you. Okay, and then over the twin flames in the future, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm reading more about soft skills and emotions because I've never had a connection like this, and I want to be your stable partner. What did I say? They're building that emotional stability. They're coming in, recognizing that there's this balance that's needed for this union to come in, for you guys to fully complement each other. That's beautiful. Okay, and then in our future, or no, well, it's a little bit of our future placement for what's at hand, the overall situation, the likely outcome of this whole. Ace of Cups. Oh, Ace of Cups. Okay, again, just if you wanted to read the reversal aspect into it, I did pick it up in the reversal, but I don't use the reversals for this particular deck. But again, it just means that they still are moving through a bit of this depleted, drained emotions and feelings. They know that it's going to be a long journey ahead towards this Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles with you, even though they do feel very strongly and they miss you a lot and they've been thinking about you. And that this internal knowledge, this intuition knows that you guys are meant to be together and have these endless possibilities, and that you have to take a risk towards making that happen and towards moving fast into this successful relationship. But there is still this shedding of the snake, this last bit of shedding that's happening with these boundaries that they have set. So that would be my only thing to press upon with that Ace of Cups coming up in the reversal. But again, I read this particular deck in the upright. So it says, I feel so much unconditional love for you, the kind where I want you to be happy, even if I'm not there with you. So see, right now, if you're still in separation, they just want you to be happy. They were in this self-protection mode and also trying to protect you because they knew that we had to go through this healing process and set these boundaries. And both parties are living in a bit of fantasy right now, wishing and dreaming of this happiness one day and this emotional stability coming back together in union with the twin flame union. But right now, we're focusing on filling our own cup, the Ace of Cups, filling our own emotional cup. And that's what's the overall view of this entire situation for you right now. And this unconditional love that they feel for you and that they're learning to feel for themselves has to fully be embodied and embraced within themselves before they can share it with you. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, last 4 cards from the angels. What do the love angels need to tell you? What do the love angels need to tell you about this twin flame relationship? Oh, and that's for what's at hand. Yes, what did I say? There's religious or outside factors here. Your love life is influenced by these factors of your upbringing and your spiritual path. So, somebody is really going through a spiritual awakening right now. Or, like I said in part 1, you could have felt like all of these external factors of you guys living in different places, having these different belief systems, coming from different households, different upbringings, were major factors in you guys not being able to be together. But if it's true love, baby, you got to let these factors go. We got to, all religions come down to one thing: love. That's what they're all preaching. So if you really love somebody, that's it. That's what it's all about. That's what that Ace of Cups is trying to tell you. Okay. And then over the Devil card in the past. So many romantic feelings here. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Somebody just didn't feel comfortable in the past to explore them fully. But it's divinely orchestrated. Look, we've got a little angel, little cupids in both parties' ears, in the masculine and the feminine's side. We've got 2 little angels trying to orchestrate this romantic union coming together. So there was so much romance in the past. It almost didn't make sense of why you guys had to separate, right? One or both parties, I'm sure, for whatever reasons, thought, yeah, okay, fine, external factors. But deep down, you're like, but I feel so strongly for this person. And if we have so much of this romance, and then why? But, again, it was clarifying over the Devil card. So there were also still a lot of boundaries. And on the true Rider-Waite deck, the Devil card has the masculine and the feminine chained to the rock where the devil's standing on top of them. So again, it could be just like a strong sexual desire. It could be that you guys are dealing with some kind of addictions or addictive energies, even to the far extreme. You guys felt like obsessed with one another, and that could blur, it could fog out the romance and the purity. So those two energies were battling each other in the past. You wanted to just retreat together. It was a time to disconnect from the world, but if somebody decided to be in separation instead of together, that's what you didn't see at the bottom of the deck. In the present placement over this 10 of Cups and this 10 of Pentacles, we've got an engagement. I told you that they were coming in with that love call, that my cat made some chaos happen. 30:30 on the clock. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Somebody's coming in. Somebody's going to tell you how they really feel. A little brown dog could be relevant. Maybe the masculine or the feminine. They're both wearing hats, actually. The feminine's hat's just off to the side. He could write you a poem. There's definitely a message that he's writing that's coming in. Because look at this. This is beautiful. I'm just saying. They want all of this with you. They've been fantasizing about it. In the future placement over the twin flames. Yes, you just have to be mindful of this devil energy and the lack of boundaries coming through again, because it's just a little warning here saying just pay attention to any signs of caution. Pay attention to the red flags that may come up. It's like your spirit guide is here for you. There's this like horse saddle, but it's not on a horse. It's kind of feeling like restrictions to me. The red flags could be these restrictions, and not healthy ones. Like when I think of a horse, yeah, saddles can be good with healthy boundaries and restrictions, right? It helps somebody stay saddled onto the horse, but the fire horse is wild and free. This is the year that we're coming into it. So just be mindful. The signs are cautioning you to be mindful of not to fall back into that any toxic devil energy of the past. If you want this union to be balanced, right? We have to be mindful of this. I want one more clarifier over this. Yes, just keep an open mind. Keep an open mind that your soulmate, this union with your twin flame, it may differ than your expectations. So how this union comes in may differ from how you were expecting it to. Maybe it's going to require like one person, the person going, maybe if you thought, oh, they have to come to me, maybe it's actually going to be you have to go to them, or some friend is going to help, because this woman has a friend here and she has two angels, two cupids above her too. Her friend's helping her out here. Just be mindful that, you can't always move through expectations, because that's not how the world works. The universe works in mysterious ways, and you have to be open to the unknown happening. And then for the overall view of what's happening, for what's at hand over the Ace of Cups. Very soon, guys. So, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. I can't make it up. It's happening for you. Very soon. I love you guys. My name's Kat. This is my channel, Pure Premonitions. Cheers to a happy union with your twin flame. Message me in the comments and let me know if this resonated, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.